Doesn't matter where they come from or for what political persuasion. I would like to also underline that the Romans did refer and did use the term white, in the sense, of course, it's different to how we use it today, also because people use it in different ways. And that's, in fact, one of the things that I will focus. What do you mean by white, Professor? Because if by white, I'll get to that in a second. I want to let her talk first. So put a pin on that. The actual definition of white we are working with. Clarity before explanation. Clarity of language. We need to make sure we understand each other. She's not doing that. She's keeping it purposely vague. But once again, the Romans did use it. They classify the world with black, white, and blonde. Blonde being the Germanic, white being themselves, so Mediterraneans, Italians, Greeks, and then black being the Ethiopians.
Actually, one that fits. But if you look at his bust, right, we have this bust that I'll share with Nick, again, that comes from Capua. It was found in Italy, this bust of...
Probably not him.
Of Hannibal, because remember, of course, the Carthaginians controlled Spain, parts of Spain, they controlled parts of Italy, they controlled Sardinia and Sicily. If you go to Sicily, the history of Sicily is a sort of highly mixed African, Greek, indigenous, and Italian cultures. Even today, I think they're still not sure how Italian they are down there.
You're wrong, we're Italian. I'm Sicilian, we are Italian. This is one thing that really pisses me off. Yes, let me say it, okay? Because this is, since she is so clearly on the politically correct side and we need to defend indigenous people, I'm an indigenous Sicilian, okay? I find that statement offensive, Professor, as a Sicilian. So, yes, Sicilians are proud of being Sicilian, which means if you ask a Sicilian, are you a Sicilian first or are you an Italian first? A lot of Sicilians will say Sicilian first. But we are both. A Sicilian is an Italian. So, the difference between Sicilian and Italian is that all Sicilians are Italian, but not all Italians are Sicilians. To help you understand that, Professor, since you're clearly American, we can do it this way. All Texans are Americans, but not all Americans are Texans. All Californians are Americans, but not all Americans are Californians. All Sicilians are Italians, but not all Italians are Sicilian. That's how it works. Yes, we are Italian. I can tell you that much. Also, Sicily has been part of Italy since the late Republic. Before the Empire, the ancient Romans in Latin were using the term Italia geographically to include the peninsula, the Alps during the late Republic, also the islands, Sardinia and Sicily. We've been Italians for 2,000 years. Thank you very much.
This bust that they found in Italy of Hannibal, if you look at the bust, if we're going to say, oh, look at the physical features, he's not white.
What do you mean by white, for crying out loud? So what is he, black? By these features, is this black?
But
it's a Semitic
what does
man.
that mean? Because none of them are white. Is he Phoenician? Is he Berber? Whatever that means. Is he African? He's African. That we can say that with certainty. He is.
Because he was born in Africa, yeah. So is Elon Musk.
African. What that means beyond that is anybody's guess, but it actually, he's not European. So that was one thing we can actually say for sure. My whole point is, look, it doesn't matter.
Okay, of course it doesn't matter. Then she goes into the... So first she... Oh my gosh, these professors. Oh, I really hope I become the nemesis of this type of academia. Not all academia. I have a lot of strong friends, connections, and mutual respect with a lot of fellow academics. Just find them in the comments. Here is, though, this type of academia, it pisses me off. And sorry, I'm speaking negatively. I want to see her face, not the face of the presenter. So you can't say it doesn't matter after you have given an entire presentation as to why he was not white. So it matters only if you can state that he was not white. But if I say, I don't think he was black, then it doesn't matter. What a patronizing, annoying, oh my gosh, way of thinking. It's like methodless. This is academy-less.